Hey, Pleasant Run. I figured instead of putting this in an email, I would make a short little video for you guys. So on Friday at the PD day, I actually spent the morning doing some virtual things for Struble teachers because I know you guys were busy doing other things. But I thought I would share the things that I shared with Struble and the things that we talked about. And if you are interested in those things, we can talk about those things further when I'm out there, which I will be out there tomorrow morning. First thing I'll show you guys, this is more geared towards the 4th and 5th grade teachers. I know the district, I believe, is purchasing this thing that is called Parlay. And this is a way to create online discussions, discussion boards, live discussions around a topic. You can browse the universe and pick a topic and have a discussion around those topics online, virtually. So we played with that. It was okay, but it was the first time that I had used it and the teachers at Struble had used it. So that is called Parlay. If you'd like to mess with that, let me know. The next thing we talked about were some games. And if you would like for me to show you how to make these different colored tabs with groups in them, I can show you how to do that too. So we looked at 4 kinds of games. We looked at Quizlet, which is really, I think, in a nutshell, a flashcard maker, but I found a lot of things that were already here. Like, I don't know if these kindergarten sight words are things that you would use, but I think I'm not going to upgrade my account. So these are the different sight words. I don't know if those are, I don't know if kindergarten's kindergarten from one place to the next. So those are kind of flash cardy types of things. I don't know if you've tried Blooket. A couple teachers did. Again, these were just things that I searched for. Blooket's kind of weird. There's a number of different game modes that you can try out. We just did the basic game mode, but it's the basic game mode kind of seemed like Kahoot, which I've seen some of you guys use before. I'm sure you guys have tried quizzes as well. And again, these are things that I just searched. So I found this activity on coins. And I know some of you are working with money and coins, and I know some of the Struble folks asked for me to put together some things in coins, so I can do that too. And then there's Kahoot. I know you guys have messed with Kahoot before as well, and I'm using the free version of all these things, so there's nothing fancy about it. But if you would like to learn anything more or try some of these other games, let me know, man. I'd love to work on this stuff with you guys. The next thing we talked about were some Desmos activities, and so the first thing we did is actually we talked about a card sort. What the heck is a card sort? So a card sort is a fun digital way. You could do this. You could have your kids do this, or you could do this as a demonstration on your board. And so the cards kind of stick together. So and don't just put them like this. You got to stick them together until there's that blue halo, and then the cards end up sticking. And so here is 3/4. And there is 1/2, and here's another one that's a picture of 1/2. So I kind of look at this as almost a concept attainment kind of an idea. I could create stacks of cards that have certain characteristics. I'm trying to work on some money ones. That was a request from some of the folks at Struble, and I assume that you guys would probably like the same thing. So that was a card sort. Here's a card sort where there was no right answer. So you are sorting these together. So maybe I want to sort them together like farm animals. I'm going to put farm animals together, and then I'm going to put house pets together. And I'll put, that's not a house pet. I think that is a house pet. That's a farm animal. So you could have kids put stacks together and have them explain why they put them together the way they did. And then we also talked about writing captions for cartoons. Again, these are things that can be done in Desmos. So if you need to practice some writing skills and you want to see what all your kids are doing at one time, this is a great way to do this. We also looked at something called a polygraph. This is where students are paired up randomly with another student, and it's kind of like it's like 20. I think it's like 20 questions, except it's only maybe 4 or 5 questions. I ask the 2 pairs are paired up. One student is a picker, one student's a guesser, and the guesser is trying to guess what the picker picked by asking a sequence of yes or no questions. A lot of fun, and the teachers at Struble had a lot of great ideas for things to try. So if you want to try this one day, like if you want to gather up for 10 minutes during your team planning time and you want to try this, it would be 10 minutes. That's all it would take, tops. But I know you guys are busy, and I don't want this to be just one more thing for you all. So, and in the meantime, there is this St. Patrick's Day 4-leaf clover creator. It's coming up Wednesday. And there's also an April showers bring May flowers activity. Same kind of idea, but now you're making flowers if you're interested. For the kindergarten teachers, we talked about Seesaw. I know that the district is purchasing Seesaw for grades K through 2, and then some other exceptions, maybe some other grades. But I wanted to point out some things. There's some fantastic professional development training that you can do. And so there's also this thing that's called Become a Seesaw Pioneer. So if you become a pioneer, that might take you about an hour's worth of work going through some videos and maybe answering some questions. I'm about halfway through it. And there's a number of good professional communities in this. Seesaw Pioneers one. There's also, if you're a Facebook user, there's a great Facebook group for Seesaw. So I would certainly recommend that. And we also talked about some GeoGebra things as well. And I was trying to come up with some apps where you could get your sight words similar to what was in Quizlet. But so maybe you could put some sight words in a group of sight words that you'd like your kindergarten kids to know. And so I can put in whichever words I want. So these are the words I've put in, and I can just place them here. I know this is not one of your sight words, hello. But I can add that to my list, and then I can play with this a little bit more. So we're trying to create do some flashcard ideas, but I think Quizlet might be better. Also created a random clock. Someone had asked about some clock things. So this is something I'm thinking more as a demonstration. You want to put this on your screen, click a new time, and see if kids can read the clocks. Did this for a music teacher. Kind of works the same way as the sight words, where you have your control feature over here, and you put which notes you want to kind of rotate through, so kids can practice those. And I've seen some 100 charts being used. This is a cool hundreds chart. I think it's cool. You may not think it's cool. I think it's cool. I'm going to go full screen with this puppy. So when I click on a square once, it turns white. When I click on it again, it displays a number. And what you can do is you can do some kind of relational thinking. What number is this one here? Or what are all those numbers? Well, this one's got to be 35. That one's got to be 25, and that's 26 and 27. If that's 45, what is that number? Or what is that number? Or what is that number? And so you can get kids to kind of think about how numbers on the hundreds charts are related to each other. If you'd like to mess with that, let me know. I can help you with this. And we also talked about a couple of these multiplying fraction open middle questions, where you can drag these into a certain spot. Heck, I don't know. Let's see. I will go 4 over 2. How about that? 4 over 2 and 9 over 3. I think that might equal 6. It does. It equals 6. The reason when I click the button to check your answer, I didn't want kids to just keep dragging these tiles around until they got that correct. So I want them to think about their question, and there's some ability to kind of draw and mark and take some notes. If you'd like to learn how to work with that, I can help you. So those are some of the things we've done on Friday morning. And if you'd like to see any of those things, let me know. I'll be out there tomorrow morning and Thursday. So that's that, kids. I hope you had a great weekend. I got my second vaccine on Friday. My shoulder's still sore, and it kicked my butt yesterday. I did not feel good yesterday, but I'm almost back to my usual self today. So anything I can do to help you guys, let me know. See you tomorrow.